Well, hello cruising world, Mick the Suit Guy back, and today I want to talk to you about my favourite thing to do on a cruise ship. That's right, it's the Cheers program, it's the drink package. My favourite thing to do on a cruise ship. You'll always find me at the Red Frog on sea days. Sounds like a song, right? Think about it, you might remember it. I want to talk to you today about the Cheers program, how much it costs, what you get for it. Is it worth it for you to buy before you board the ship? Or do you just want to buy drinks as you go? I think you're going to want the Cheers program, but we'll see. I've been really lucky in my time on Carnival. I've met so many great bartenders, so many friends I still have to this day on Facebook. We chat all the time. You know, I know what they're up to. I know what ships they're on all the time when they're moving around, and it's been awesome staying in touch over the years with these people. Be it my friend Candice, Percy, Jovan, Tammy, Nilesh, Lechazar, Emma Ruth. I could go on and on and on with all the great bartenders we've met. Even people that don't work with Carnival anymore. Bobo back in Croatia, I talk to Bobo all the time. I talk to him about football. Football, not soccer, football. We had a chat the other day. Joanne in the Philippines. I miss you, Joanne. I hope you come back. She's taken a bit of a sabbatical to bring up her baby, but I hope she comes back. So you're going to make really good friends on a cruise ship. Talk to bartenders. They'll make your cruise better. Learn something about them. Involve them in conversation. Don't just order a drink and walk away. Make them feel like they're welcome to you, and they'll make you feel like you're welcome to them. And it will make everything so much better. They'll look forward to seeing you every day. It works. Trust me. So, let's talk about the Cheers program. Cost. Well, buy it in advance. Don't buy it on the ship. It's cheaper by 10% to buy it in advance. With gratuities, we're always including gratuities. They're prepaid. $60.57 per person per day, and everybody over the age of 21 in the cabin has to do this program. The bottomless bubbles, the soda package, not everybody has to do it, but everybody over 21 in the cabin has to do the Cheers program to avoid you sharing. What will happen is, when you get on board the ship, you go up to the Lido deck for your food early and the drinks, and there'll be a table there with a big Cheers sign up, and you can check in there. They'll give you a little sticker to put on your card, on your sign and sell card. You don't really need it because it's already in the system, but it makes you feel good having the sticker on there. One thing to be aware of, when you're in a US port, you will pay taxes. Only a short, small amount, but you will pay taxes while you're in a US port, even on the Cheers program. If you ever look at your account and you're in for the first day, you'll see 37 cents, 57 cents, whatever. You're like, what is that? That's the tax you pay on that when you're in a US port. And you can get a drink every 5 minutes. That's to avoid sharing again. So up to 15 a day, get a drink every 5 minutes. You think that's it? No, there's so much more to it than just getting 15 drinks a day. Let me tell you what else you can get. On top of these drinks, any drink under $20, 15 a day. You get sodas, you get non-alcoholic cocktails, energy drinks, specialty coffee, hot teas. You'll get water. You can get the 500 milliliter, the regular bottles of water at the Red Frog or any bars for free. And they don't count as one of your drinks. None of them do. The sodas, none of them count against your 15 drink a day package. It's all free. You go to the restaurant at dinner, you can get the larger bottles of water if you ask for them. So there's so much more to it than just the drinks. That, if you add up, if you do drink sodas every now and then and you want water, say you go to the gym, you want a water at the gym, just pick one up at the bar on your Cheers program before you go. It adds up. Those bottles of water are $1.25 a pop. So you can do that. It saves you having to bring a case of sodas on the ship. It saves you having to bring a case of waters on the ship. You know, stuff like that. Well, actually, you can't bring bottles of water anymore. But anything in a can, you can. But it saves you bringing them on. What else do you get? Well, you get 25% off of any drinks over $20. You get 25% off any glass of or any bottle of wine or champagne. And if there are any seminars or classes involved in beverages, you'll get 25% discount of that for being on the Cheers program. So there's so much more to it than just the 15 drinks a day. Now, we use the word 15 drinks a lot, and it sounds like a lot, and I guess to a lot of people that is a lot. To a lot of people that really isn't. If you're on a sea day and you're at sea for many, many hours, 15 can be pretty quick, you know. For everybody that goes, oh, I could never do that, there's somebody else that goes, oh, I could easily do that. You know, I've met many, many people, and they know who they are if they're watching this, that can very easily max out the Cheers program every day. I may or may not have done it quite a lot myself. There's even going to be days when you might be going big. You might want a few more than 15, you think. We cruise every year with friends on a Super Bowl cruise. We secured a table at 10 in the morning. We had to watch that table. So we had to stay at the bar. So we may have needed a few more drinks. At the bartender's discretion, early on in the day, I'd recommend this. You can buy extra drinks on top of the Cheers program and pay for them. If you want to get like a bucket of beers and get the $2 discount, they'll let you do that. You want to get a tube of beer, you want to get a fishbowl in the Red Frog, you can do that at the bartender's discretion as long as you are sober. And more important even than that, you are not obnoxious. We know there's three types of drunks. There's violent drunks, there's obnoxious drunks, and there's funny drunks. If you're a violent or an obnoxious drunk, go to bed. It's midday, you're done. Don't bother anybody else, don't ruin anybody else's cruise. Nobody wants obnoxious and violent drunks on a cruise ship. We want funny drunks, like me. Hopefully, that's what I am. So, be sensible about it, but if you think you can handle it and you're having a big day, do that. We'll do a pub crawl on every cruise. I get these inflatable ships. I go around all the bars and I get all the bartenders to sign these for me. This is one we did on the Glory in 2019. I'm looking at some of the names in there right now, reminding myself of the people that were on there. So yeah, I do this every now and then and I've got more hanging up. It's a fun thing to do. But I might have needed a few more drinks that day because there's a lot of bars on a cruise ship. So we did something like that. Cost, $60.57 a day including gratuities. How many of these can you get to the $60.57? That will tell you if it's worth your while. So, a beer. $6-ish for the cheaper beers. Well, by cheaper I mean Corona, something like that. So you'd have to drink 10 Coronas a day to cover the cost of the Cheers package, make it profitable for you. If you got moving up a little bit, like Bud Light, Coors Light, not more expensive beer, but they're in a larger can from 12 to 16 ounces, then you're looking at 9 a day. And if you get the craft beers on board, they've got some good Pilsners, they've got some IPAs and stuff like that. They're typically, you'd need to do about 8 of those a day to cover the cost of this. That's every day, right? About 8 a day. If you move up to like liquor, if you did something like Malibu and pineapple, my wife Julie loves to drink the Malibu and pineapple on the cruise, that's a bit cheaper. We're back to 10 of those a day to cover the cost. If you drink Grey Goose, we're talking about 7 of those a day to cover the cost. And Patron, we're talking about 6 a day to cover the cost. And as I'm going through these drinks, one thing to think about, don't just get a drink because it's expensive and it's going to make the value better for you. In the long run, that's not going to pay off for you. If you hate whiskey, why would you buy a $15 whiskey just for the sake of it? Stick to the drinks you know. I think one of the biggest mistakes you can make is to just do it for that reason. Don't chase expensive drinks to justify the cost you spend. Chase what you like and do it. If you want to, try something new. Go to the Red Frog, try one of their cocktails, go to the Alchemy Bar, try one of their drinks. If you don't like it, you got 14 more, so you should be okay. So that's with the shots, the frozen drinks, the cocktails, which you'll typically get in like the Red Frog pub, the Blue Iguana and places like that, and the Atrium Bar, they'll do these everywhere. Kiss on the lips, a pina colada, margarita, Mai Tai, drinks like that. You'll need to drink about 6 of those a day to make it worth the while on the Cheers program. If you go to the Alchemy Bar, if you're not familiar with that, it's a bar usually situated near the comedy club where they'll make you a drink. They've got set drinks they'll make. I guess, I don't want to use the word posher, but but there's one they do called a deal closer that my wife loves. It's got a bunch of different drinks and liquors in there. I don't know what they do. It's a bunch. I don't drink liquor, so I really don't know. But she loves those. But if you tell them what you like, they will make you a drink fitting what you like. They're going to run about $11 a pop. With gratuity, closer to $13 a pop. So those, you only have to drink 5 a day and you've got your money's worth. So think about it that way. It's not, do I have to drink 15? It's how many do I have to drink before I hit my value? And say there's 2 of you in the cabin and one of you drinks the cheaper drinks, one of you drinks the more expensive. It still might be good, even if you're only going to drink 7 or 8 beers a day. If the other person in your cabin is going to drink 7 or 8 drinks at the Alchemy Bar, you're still making your value on it. So think about and a lot of things in that way, but I can't underestimate the importance of knowing about the waters and the sodas and everything else that comes with it. The specialty coffee in the morning when you get up, stuff like that. That adds quite a bit of value to the Cheers program. So In a nutshell, that's what I would describe the Cheers program as, a wonderful thing. I never do a cruise without doing it. I'd be too scared. But then I do drink quite a lot. We actually went on a back-to-back a few years ago on the Breeze. Tammy will remember it. She was on there with me, and Bobo too. I spent most of my nights on there in the piano bar with the wonderful Ben Gentry. But I was allowed, over the time I was on board, a maximum of 300 drinks. And I do like Stella, they don't sell it on Carnival anymore. I was actually on a Carnival ship the day they took it away. We had a back-to-back, week 1 it was on, week 2 it was gone, and I watched them take it away from the bar. Very sad day. But this is the 300th Stella that I drank on that cruise. And I wrote 300 at the top, and I had all the bartenders sign it. I got Bobo on the back, his signature there. So, yeah, it can be done. You can max out the Cheers program for 3 weeks straight. I did need about one month's recovery when I got back, but it is possible. But I can't stress enough, you don't have to drink like an Englishman, you don't have to drink like a madman. You can half this and still make value on the Cheers program. Now let me give you the one best reason why you should do the Cheers package. This will top everything else that I've told you. You can buy a drink every 5 minutes only. You can't buy more than one drink at the same time. Do you know what that means? That means you never have to buy a round. I just saved you a lot of money right there. If you're on a group, 10 people, there's always that 2 or 3 people that want to be the last ones to get in the round so they don't end up buying one. If you buy the first round, you'll never get your money's worth because you will never get 9 back. There'll always be people that disappear and don't get them. The Cheers program stops you buying rounds, it saves you a fortune. I'll leave you with that thought. As ever, I am Mick the Suit Guy. You can email me. My email address is going to be right underneath the video here. My great friend David Chirinos is the best cruise rep in Carnival. I'm going to put his information down below as well. Feel free to contact him if you're looking to get a cruise. But email me any questions you may have. Happy cruising, cruise world!